The rituals of the demonic Bible may be undertaken by a group or coven. If this is the case, each participant chooses a dark god/goddess as his personal archetype. The high priest performs the rituals to cross the gates of hell and become the devil incarnate. He then adopts the name of a particular archetype, such as Satan or Lucifer, and is known from then on by that name within the coven. He then initiates the high priestess, so that she becomes the manifestation of the dark goddess. She assumes the name of a particular archetype such as Hela, Hecate, or Diana. The other priests and priestesses are then initiated by the high priest or high priestess, as appropriate, and become the manifestations of various devils and dark gods. Members of the congregation are then initiated either by a priest, a priestess, the high priest, the high priestess, by several members of the group, or by the entire coven depending on the exact nature of the initiatory rite the group adopts. I have stated previously that ritual paraphernalia is not required for the performance of the rituals described in the demonic Bible. The exception to this rule is the performance of the rituals by a group or coven. Group rituals require the use of a sword, a dagger, and other ceremonial tools in order to focus and direct the group's magical energy. The ritual tools should be purchased new, consecrated to the Dark Lord, and set apart solely for use in the rituals of the demonic Bible. Also, they should be the real thing. A makeshift stick will not evoke it. Concerning the gods, the demonic Bible adopts the classical names which various cultures have given to the dark god or dark goddess through history. It should be understood by the practitioner that these names are used as symbolic archetypes for the powers invoked and that the rituals are performed in a particular order which corresponds with other magical systems. The names invoked do not necessarily represent unique beings. A careful study of the names for the Dark Lord will reveal that most are simply titles or designations, much as a ruler may be called king, lord, emperor, your highness, your honor, etc. Satan is a title which means literally adversary. Lucifer is Latin for light bearer. In Hebrew, Belial means wicked one. These names, and many of the others, are titles given to the dark god or dark goddess. The original and true name for the devil is that used by the ancient Sumerians. In her original form, the devil is female. She is the Ancient One, the serpent of chaos, Shayamut, mother of the gods and the abominations of chaos. Most of the names for the devil or titles of honor addressed to her. The devil is thought of as masculine in form, because centuries of Christian dogma converted the dark goddess/female serpent into a dark god/masculine dragon. While most of the names for the devil are simply titles, some are actual names such as Astaroth, Kali, and Lilith. In studying the names for the devil you will find that most can be traced to ancient goddesses who represented various aspects of Shayamut, either as goddess of the earth, goddess of fertility and pleasure, or goddess of death. Astaroth is a form of Ishtar, the Babylonian goddess of pleasure who descends into the underworld to conquer her sister Ereshkigal, the goddess of death. In this ancient myth, both Ishtar and Ereshkigal are forms of Shayamut. The dark goddess was also often depicted carrying a phallic object, a severed penis. The Egyptian god Set was originally a female deity and was identified with Isis. The goddess Set carried, as a talisman, the severed penis of Osiris. Isis and Set, like the Babylonian Ishtar and Ereshkigal, represent life and death and are both aspects of the dark goddess of chaos, Shayamut. It was often said that witches of the Middle Ages gathered in covens of 12 women and one man, the high priest, who assumed the form of the devil and had sexual intercourse with the women. It was also said that his penis was unusually large and that his semen was cold. The truth of the witches' Sabbath is that all of the participants were female. The high priestess wore a large phallus strapped to her waist, not to represent herself as the Christian devil Satan or as the pagan goat god Pan, but rather as a form of the dark goddess who severs the penis of God, symbolizing both fertility and death. The dark goddess, Tiamat, chooses her lovers from among men. It is for this reason that the greatest magicians and sorcerers of history, as well the prophets of all the major religions, were men. While women are most similar in nature to the dark goddess and may have a more natural affinity for magic, and certainly have practiced witchcraft through the ages, it is men chosen as lovers to the dark goddess who have been the most powerful magicians of legend. The greatest of these men were worshipped after their deaths as gods. The prophets of every major religion were magicians, practitioners of the black arts, and lovers of the dark goddess. From all that I have written in this and the preceding sections, you may realize that the rituals of the demonic Bible contain several fallacies. I have said that the devil is female, not male. How then can a man become the devil incarnate if the devil is female? I have also said that the names Satan, Lucifer, Belial, etc. are titles for the dark goddess. How can the magician cross the gate of Satan or the gate of Lucifer? I have said that the key to understanding Deus is the realization that man is a god, and yet the first ritual of the demonic Bible is a renunciation of all gods. There are many apparent fallacies in the demonic Bible. I came to realize the fallacies after many years of performing the rituals. I have left the rituals, as they are, however, for the benefit of the novice practitioner. Just as a child learns to call a creature cat, then later learns it is not a cat but a feline, so will the magician who performs the rituals of the demonic Bible begin by renouncing all gods, then invoke the names of all the gods, realize that there are no gods, then declare himself a god, and finally renounce himself. I have left the rituals in the form that I myself performed them. The experienced magician may find some of the rituals trivial, for he will have already progressed somewhat along the path through other rituals he has performed. Together the rituals of the demonic Bible form a complete system of magic which should allow a novice to progress to an eventual understanding of Deus. The rituals. Bath of purification. On the night you begin the rituals of the demonic Bible, prepare a bath with salt water, light black candles, light incense, and recite an incantation to the Dark Lord. I wrote the following invocation for my own use when I decided to imagine the rituals of the demonic Bible. You will, of course, have to write your own invocation, but this should serve as an example. Thelema, Zephyr, Deus, I have willed to come into being as a god. This is the law of the Eon of Lucifer. This is the law of the Eon. The word of the Eon is Deus, for man has become God, Lucifer has risen, the heavens have been conquered, the ancient ones rule once more. By Thelema and by Zephyr I have attained Deus. I have spoken the word of the Eon and become Magus of the Eon of Lucifer. Once more I shall perform the rituals of the demonic Bible, as revealed to me by the spirit Aziel, my unholy guardian demon, and confirmed by the 4 crown princes of hell, the 8 sub-reigners of hell, and the 9 lords of the abyss. Dark Lord, consecrate this work which I begin this night, that I may emerge from the waters of Leviathan, as a newborn babe from the womb ellipsis points, and, as a suckling, feed upon the breast of the great harlot, the Lady of Babylon ellipsis points, and, once weaned from the tit, grow, as a child of darkness ellipsis points, until I have become a god upon the earth.